Okay, so in example 5, we're going to explore the sketch of a quadratic function, a quadratic graph. So there are two types of sketch that you will need to understand. So the first type will be a factorized format. That means you can do your factorization into two brackets. So another type will be the complete square format. So across EMATH and AMATH, it will be the same format. So there are two types of sketch graph, the factorized format and the complete square format. So whatever is it, when we want to do a sketch of a quadratic function, you should have three things in mind. So in general, we should have the x-intercept in mind, the y-intercept in mind, and also the turning point in mind. So for the turning point, if it's a factorized format, okay, we will have a different method. Okay, so the turning point in the factorized format will be a different way from the complete square format. So whatever is it in a sketch, you must remember these three things. So if you remember these three things, it will guide you in three blocks of working. Okay, so let's try to follow this example first. So in this example, if you look at the question, the first part asks you to do a normal factorization. It's like your set 2 factorization. So you take out a common factor, then you do your cross factorization or the grid factorization, whichever that works for you. So you shouldn't have careless mistake in this part. Okay, so the purpose for factorizing it is, after factorizing, you will be sketching it with the factorized format in mind. Okay, so in this situation, okay, I'm going to find out the turning point of this function. Okay, so in this, for the factorized format, how am I going to find the turning point? I will find the turning point by doing the x-intercept first. So you set y equal to 0. So you will have a factorized format equal to 0. So if you divide by 2, 0 divided by 2 disappear. So you're left with two brackets equal to 0. So these are the two x-intercepts. Okay, we are going to take the average of the x-intercept to get the turning point. So to get the turning point, I'm going to average out the two intercepts because I know that a quadratic function is symmetrical. That means, right, it will be right in the middle of these 2 points. So I'm going to do an average. You add them up and you divide by 2. So that should give you a coordinate of 3. And you put it into the equation. So you will get a -8. So this will be the turning point. So in fact, this one is a minimum point. So if you think along this line, like I mentioned, right, when you do the sketch, you need 3 blocks of thinking. Actually, by doing this, you already fulfill the x-intercept, you already fulfill the turning point. So in the next part, if I do need to do a sketch, I just need to complete a bit more working on the y-intercept. So for the y-intercept, it happens when you substitute in your x equal to 0. So you technically already have your 3 blocks of working. So look carefully. You got the x-intercept block. You got the turning point. You also got the y-intercept. So these are the 3 blocks of working that you need so that you can eventually draw the sketch. Okay, so here comes another issue. So some people with the 3 blocks of working, they find that it's actually a little bit of a mind block to be drawing. So what I do will be, I will look at the horizontal axis first. So I will look at the x-intercept. So somewhere here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So these are the 2 coordinates. And then I know that the turning point is in the middle. So it's 3 minus 8. So somewhere minus 8 is here. So this will be the turning point. So I start off with the x-axis in mind, x-intercept in mind, and then I add on with the turning point. And then lastly, I add on the y-intercept. So it's somewhere here, 10. So then I will go about joining up. But when I join up, I actually start from here. You should be able to join them up smoothly. So that's how I get the sketch. The process of getting the sketch. So it's a standard process. It's just that you need to build the 3 blocks in your head, or show your working in this way. So if you think about this, you need 3 blocks of working, it will guide you. It will guide you in this sense. So this is the factorized format. So later on, okay, when we go to the quadratic format, we are still using the same strategy. We also need the 3 blocks to guide you in the sketching. So this can be found in your E-math and your A-math.